A very good evening, a good afternoon, perhaps a good morning, okay, to all of you, uh, who have joined. I think it's a very exciting topic, okay, and very relevant in today's time. Very relevant in today's time. I'm going to show you some statistics as well to prove my point. And so it is going to be a very interesting topic. I was actually searching for a topic and I thought of giving this topic about adoption and transformation. Right. So great. Yeah. Thanks, Madhu. Okay. And great to see you all. I'm going to start this topic. Um, there is a lot to talk about both adoption and transformation. And 1 hour is definitely not um, a time to talk about that. But I have taken the best pieces for you guys, okay, and created something which you can take away and reflect on for the work that you're doing. So it will be interesting for all of you. I believe it will be relevant for all of you as well, relevant for your organizations as well. So it is going to be a very interesting topic about adoption and transformation and about agility. So let me go through that. And I'm going to know there are many people joining. So about me, for people who do not know me, now I am a regular feature on the webinars now. Every month I come with one topic on disciplined agile or agility or business agility, so or a PGMP. So some of you who are repeaters for us, who know me. Next week we have, every month we also have one power speaker, and just to tell you all, we have Scott Amler, who is the creator of Disciplined Agile, who is joining us next week on 27th, same Thursday. Super. Okay. So this is a little about me, and what I'm going to talk about is, okay, a little relevance about this topic. What is adoption? What is, okay, transformation? We'll show you some statistics, some drawbacks. My main focus is on the differences here, and then I'm going to talk about disciplined agile and some closing thoughts. That's it. So that's what we have. And the last 15 minutes I reserved for questions and answers. Although you can ask me questions and answers or questions at any point of time, you are free to interrupt me. I am completely okay with that. So I can answer you immediately on that. Okay, you can use the chat or a question and answers for this. Great. Okay. So no, before I start, okay, I don't want to spend time on that. Many people know what is Pro Thoughts now. So let me skip this slide about Pro Thoughts. Right. Before I know why this topic I have thought about is, in 2019, okay, I know one of a very big corporates or very large, okay, one of the large industry houses called us for bringing agility for their organization. They listed some of the challenges. They had a problem with deliveries, and it was basically IT company. And they said that we have some issues with a lot of things, and they themselves said that they want to go for agility. So that's where we started with the first thing. Okay, you want to go with agility. We started discussions. Okay, the discussion started with senior leaders, senior delivery managers, and it slowly started going right up to the CEO. Okay, so management team and all these people, we started discussing how to develop agility. And as the discussion progressed, okay, they realized that, okay, it has, okay, to bring agility, probably a lot of tweaks that are required, or a revolutionary change required in the way they work. It can be also giving away control to the team. Okay, it was a hierarchical organization where the managers used to control things, and no, it was a structural change, it was an organization change. We went till that point, and that made them think again about agility. And that discussions with that company went for at least 1 year, even in the pandemic time. And just after the pandemic, they decided that they will no, adopt, or they will actually start doing agile for a couple of teams and see what is happening on that. So that's where they stand now, okay, on the things. But okay, a very rigorous discussion for a year, and the outcome was that they are doing some agile development, or for two development teams. So that's where it stands, and that gave me idea about this topic, that what is adoption, what is transformation, what is the difference between these two. So before I start, I have a lot of polls this time, okay, and I would like you to help me with the polls. So I'm going to launch it. It's an anonymous poll, so I don't know who is answering what. Okay, so don't worry, you can answer whatever you wish. Okay, so I'm just trying to see the audience, okay, what they think about what is business agility. Come on, guys. Okay, lovely. Okay, come on. It's on only 60, 70. Okay. Last 10 seconds, guys, and I want to understand what others think about this. Okay, the 30% are seem to be dormant audience for today. Okay, I want you to see this. Come on, you can. Last 2 seconds. Perfect. Okay, lovely. Okay, thank you so much. This is what everyone answered. Most of them answered all of the above. Okay, so let me show you what is business agility. Okay, so I have a definition of business agility. So let me go through that. And this is a kind of agile and agility. There are different perspectives in the world. Many people have their own views, but agile is a concept. Okay, so let us understand what is business agility, which mostly the majority of people agree with this. Okay, is ability of the organization to rapidly adapt to the changing environment in a productive and a cost effective way. Okay, if you ask me about these choices, okay, I had different choices. It means it might be all of the above as well, but mostly it is delivering value sooner. How I can deliver value sooner. And when I say ability of the organization, I'm talking of business agility or enterprise agility. How the, okay, just one sec, okay. How how the uh, how the organization can pivot their direction in terms of the changing environment. How many organizations in last pandemic situation, how they could pivot and survive, is a very good idea about business agility in a cost effective and a productive way. There are many organizations who could not do and could not survive the pandemic. There are mammoth organizations also who are shut down because there are mammoth. Some people have laid off and still continued. But how you can change, okay, or adapt to the changing environment in a cost-effective and a productive way is enterprise agility, right? So this is one of the things. Yeah, Nilima is saying agile is the mindset. I will come to that, okay? I'm not saying any one of you have said it wrong, okay? But I'm just giving you a definition of that, right? And here it is about adoption and transformation. I thought butterfly is a very good metaphor for transformation. Okay, you don't know what you will be when you start with the caterpillar and you go through the stages and you become a beautiful butterfly. So with this metaphor, okay, let me go to the next poll for you all. And here is my next poll. Come on. Okay, what comes to your mind when I say agile adoption? Okay, lovely. Okay, agile adoption. When I say I we let's organize, no, let's adopt agile. Okay, suppose a leader says, what comes to your mind? What do you mean? What is adopt agile? Okay, I'm getting a equal percentage in everything. Come on, guys. I hope that it many other, no, we got last time 75% who voted. I am hoping this time we'll go to 80%. Okay, I know that 20% are for PDUs. Okay, so but let's go ahead. Okay, last 2 seconds and I'm closing this. Okay, so let's see this. Okay. Okay, majority answer developing the agile mindset. Okay, then next comes using agile practices. Okay, third thing, doing agile things faster and deliver quality, more quality than before. Okay, lovely. Okay, right, no right or wrong, but I will put my thinking on what is agile adoption. So when it comes to agile adoption, and I will elaborate as I move ahead. Okay, so agile adoption is the idea about, okay, change in the process. That's a very key term. Okay, in line with what agile says, right? What are the agile values or principles? So adopting agile, typically, if I had to use one of my four choices, is using agile practices. You are adopting a agile, okay, practice, which is like a scrum or a lean kind of kanban, or say a XP or a DSDM. So agile adoption is typically focused on the process change. When I say an organization or a team is adopting agile, they are changing the way they are working in terms of the processes. You can have a prescriptory, okay, practice like a scrum, which can give you, okay, set things to do, like 5 ceremonies. Okay, this is the first stand-up meeting. You follow a set practice, a set guidelines, a change in the process. Okay. Oh, my selection, Anup, would be, okay, using agile practices. That's what I said. Okay, that is more relevant to agile adoption. So that is more relevant to agile adoption. So focus is on the process change. Okay, let me use another poll for you guys and let me ask you, what is agile transformation? Come on. Then for some time there is no poll. Okay, so I will not bother you for polls again. Come on. What do you mean by agile transformation? Am I using another buzzword, or is it different than agile adoption? Lovely. Come on, guys. Due to paucity of time, I would encourage you to put your polls. Lovely. Okay, I want to reach your earlier mark. Come on, last 5 seconds. Brilliant. Great. So here, okay, change the way we do things. Okay, 55%, right? Okay. Now, if I show you what is agile transformation, okay, but before that, I will actually show you some statistics about agile adoption. But agile transformation, according to me, is about delivering higher value. Okay, Nilima, this question about resilience and agile, I will probably pick at the last, okay, in the last 15 minutes if I have time. It's really not really relevant now, but yeah, happy to answer though. But okay, if I have to pick a choice from the agile transformation, all the three choices are good, okay, about being agile, etc. But more relevant would be the focus will be to deliver value to the customer. That would be about transformation, why we do transformations. Okay, if I see agile adoptions, okay, there are many reasons for agile adoption. Okay, one was actually faster delivery, or there were requirement changing often, and therefore how to deal with that. The waterfall model doesn't work. So that were reasons, okay, for agile adoption. I have many statistics on ProThought site. There are almost 20 odd reports, so you can check out that, okay, on ProThought site about the reports you want to check. I had taken snapshots from that. Okay, this is the 14 state agile report. Okay, but no, if you see, many, okay, IT teams generally use more agile than other non-IT teams. Okay, and the teams use more agile, or pilot teams use more agile. It is not throughout the organization as yet. And the top 5 agile techniques where people use it generally drawn from Scrum, and that's what they know. May not be enough. So these are the 5 agile techniques they use. So I'm just telling you what do you mean people when they adopt agile. Okay, so that is what is mean by adopting agile. Okay, now I will go to transformation. When I say transformation, agile transformation, okay, it's about, okay, how people think, feel, and act. If I take agile adoption is doing agile, if I say that agile transformation is about being agile, actually the way they think and therefore they act is way different. Okay, it's about thinking from the customer's perspective and doing things. So here, okay, the focus is on business agility. So actually, business agile is about agile transformation. If you are not there yet, okay, so that is what will help you to achieve enterprise agility. Now, I will actually elaborate on that as well. Some statistics, okay, challenges for transformation. Generally, okay, leadership is not there. Okay, resistance to change. Okay, no, many teams using different processes, or no, inadequate sponsorship. So a lot of these reasons are there. And if you see about the majority of people, okay, do not support agility. They are not ready right now to be in the agile culture. So this is the stats is of 2019. Okay, I don't think many things have changed beyond that. And when I say agile transformation, how is the success measured? Is in customer satisfaction or the business value majority. Right now, you got a perspective of agile adoption, agile transformation. What is that? What I'm trying to say. Now let's go, okay, a little ahead of our curve and see a little drawbacks and challenges. Right. So I'm not going to spend time. If I get time, I will come back on this slide. But let me now go to the next slide, which I think is the important one. It's about Agile, what is the difference about Agile adoption and Agile transformation? I think I would like to spend here a lot of time on this slide. And I have taken up the through my research, through my knowledge, my experience, some pointers on Agile adoption and Agile transformation. One, like I said, when I say adoption, it just doing Agile. It is no, you're not questioning why you're doing Agile, and you are just doing Agile. It may not yield results, it may yield results. Whereas in Agile transformation, you are being Agile, you have the mindset of Agile. Distinct difference. In Agile adoption, it's very fast. Okay, like the example I started with, which is a real life, I encountered that example. When I do training, say for a Scrum, and I say that, okay, this is a 5 ceremonies, very easy. You can actually start practicing the next day, the Agile concepts. So you can actually start doing the things the next day. So you can see the results much faster. So you can actually within 2 months see, okay, I'm having shorter feedback cycle, so I can actually manage to get the defects early. So I'm reducing my delivery time. So there are obvious benefits of changing the way we work, because I am now focusing on smaller cycles. A lean principle is that if you work on smaller batches, your quality improves. The smaller batch that you work on, the quality improves. If you're working on 10 items at a time, you focus on one item, your quality will improve because your focus is there. So depending on your capacity, you need to check. That's one of the principles of Kanban, how much your work capacity you take it, and therefore your quality will improve. So of course, the speed of change is faster. In your Agile transformation, it's a journey. Okay, Agile is not the destination, but a vehicle. Okay, which you will take to arrive at the destination in transformation. So transformation is a very slower process. Okay, the idea of going for transformation has different reasons altogether. It's a difficult thing. It requires commitment. It requires a vision. It requires a good expert to lead that transformation. So it's slower. Like I said, okay, the focus area in adoption is more on practices. So I have seen that people generally adopt, say, Scrum or a Kanban. They put sticky notes. Okay, I have seen many people who are doing waterfall traditional, and then they say that, oh, I am doing Agile. So lovely. So I say that, what do you do in Agile? They say that, okay, we do stand-up meetings. We have retrospectives. So they follow it without asking the question why they are doing it. Is it worthwhile? Are you doing the stand-up meeting just because, okay, does it help you? Are you going through that motion? Why? What is the reason for picking a practice? I have seen many people who do stand-up meeting also have a status report on a Thursday or a Friday. So they spend the same things, but they're following some Agile terminologies and Agile things. They're not yet having that Agile mindset. But in transformation, you're looking at what the customer wants, what I'm going to deliver. I'm not bothered about which practice will give me that. I will choose my own practice. This week I was talking with a media company about they develop, okay, it's a TV media entertainment, okay, like a Star TV's competitor, and they have their own in-house team. They can't have any other team. And they said that I had developed my own practices because the changing requirements are so much that I can't afford to follow one practice. So there is a mobile team which follows one practice. There is some. So they had devised their own team, and they call their team Super Agile. So they term themselves as Super Agile. Very nice term. So that's what they do. but their focus is to deliver outcomes. They have their metrics to check whether the outcome is delivered. So the focus area is different in transformation and adoption. Generally, in adoption, the focus is on the team. The team is going to do the adoption. It's a very localized event. The organization is not impacted when you're doing agile adoption. Generally not impacted, hardly any impact. But when you do agile transformation, is a revolutionary change, is the butterfly effect. And the way the organization work would be immensely different. It's a mammoth exercise, right? So in agile adoption, complete, in line with your focus areas practice, here in agile adoption, you're using what others are using. I will give you an example of Spotify, and I heard Mark Lines had come in our webinar in March. Great webinar. I would love to be a part of that. And Mark said that in 2012, Spotify, okay, must be knowing Spotify, is a tech company, and they were following they did agile in a different way, and many organizations started copying what they did. So Spotify's tech lead, okay, said that, okay, we evolve our practices. What was there in 2012, if you copy, we are not going to use it for the rest 8 years. I'm going to evolve myself. So it's not good to copy my practices. So when you do transformations, you create your own thing. You're not, it's like tailoring, if we call it in our language, but you are master. You know your context well. You know what you're doing and what can work for you. A serial waterfall might not work. A scrum might not work. It might be a mix of one. For some projects, waterfall. So you creating your own things, and it evolves over a period of time. So if you create one practice, it may not stick for maybe a year or so. You need to constantly improve or evolve your way of working. So when I do adoption, okay, the org structure change, okay, is hardly any. There is hardly any. Like I gave an example about the large IT company I was discussing for 1 year. There's no impact. They hired 2 Scrum Masters, very experienced, 8 years experience, more than 8 or 10 years experience in Scrum. They hired them. They made them work. The team is doing Scrum. It is the organization doing the same way. But when I do agile transformation, the change is major. In my next slide, I'm going to show you a little bit about how McKinsey suggests about their transformation on organization change. Cultural change, okay, the DNA hardly remains the same. Okay, you can see people in the team using agile, okay, but organization wise, okay, there is hardly any change. Whereas when I do a cultural change when I do the transformation, is a major change. So I have seen companies doing pilot of agile, okay, but the pilot remains like a pilot. They don't go beyond that, and the culture remains the same. So adoption, okay, doesn't go beyond it if your focus is not on the things that you want to achieve. Like I said, okay, the team productivity increases. Okay, this is through my experience. Okay, I don't know. So this is like, I think that it's 20 to 50%. And okay, I have not done a very big transformation, but I think if you do this, you have 100 to 300% value delivery. Okay, the output is on value delivery, giving higher value to the customer, and the impact here is in 10 times what you do in adoption. So it's a different way altogether. Adoption, localized, organization wise, is the transformation. I'm going to take another 4 or 5 minutes on another slide which I liked, and I had used it in one of my presentations earlier. uh, about structural change. So you have this vertical structures, right? People actually like to have controls. Okay, what is happening, right? From top down, middle managers, and they like to have that control. And the work happens like from the team to the middle management. Sometimes your top manager again comes down, again goes up. So it's like no waves like this. Okay, which happens, right? Okay, but these are the people who are working. So the top management in Agile, we are not talking of having control here. So this is a machine-oriented organization or a vertical organization works in silos. Silos because all these three teams, if they work together, can deliver value effectively. So if this is the IT, this is the marketing, this is the operations, okay, if they work together as one team rather than departments, okay, that's a cross collaborative, okay, or a cross functional team, you can definitely have deliver value efficiently the customer, because okay, customer needs everything, right? The value includes the marketing, the IT, depending on the product or a service or a result that you are giving to the customer. So that's what is needed here. You're working in silos like a machine. These are the 10 things you need to do: up down, no experimentation, nothing. That's how it is. Now, they have McKinsey has called, okay, organizations are organisms. So they're very good in packaging. Okay, so that's one good thing we should all learn from McKinsey and USA. Okay, US guys. Okay, packaging is very good. And here, okay, this is your leadership, which is giving direction, okay, to the different cross-functional teams. Okay, there are no, so this signifies hierarchies like lines, vertical and horizontal. This circles no symbolizes there is no lines. Okay, everyone works together, right? So the teams become accountable, they work together to produce value, and you deliver value sooner. Agility. Okay, here the value, when you talk with each department, it will not be sooner for sure. So here people work together, it will be sooner. And that's what is business agility, right? Cost effective productivity. So that's a lean concept again. So these are your structural change. So a simple example I gave. Okay, I could not give in the time constraint example, but this is a lovely slide which I thought I could borrow from McKinsey. This is in public domain, so that's how I used it. Great. Okay. So I tried to, my idea was to give you a perspective on adoption and transformation, how they are different. Okay. And something which I do normally nowadays, okay, I'm on transformation journey. We have started disciplined agile. Soon we will be on safe as well. Okay. Both talk about transformations. But I think disciplined agile as a toolkit, okay, is positioned very well for transformation as well as adoption. So it's a toolkit which starts from adoption and goes for transformation. So this disciplined agile toolkit is positioned, okay, for both adoption, because many organizations want to start with that. Okay, they can start with transformation as well, but generally as a safer side. Okay, disciplined agile is positioned for both for adoption as well as transformation. So when you do adoption, okay, you can, from the toolkit, disciplinary toolkit will suggest you the right practice to change the way we work and evolve your way of working. WOW stands for way of working acronym. Okay, so you can choose your way of working and start doing the things as it is applicable. Sometimes Scrum might be the right choice, and disciplined agile says that that's the starting point if you are new to agile. But sometimes serial methodology or waterfall might be the right choice. Disciplined agile might suggest that as well, or they can suggest another way of working for you depending on the context. So that's a toolkit that disciplined agile is to start to change the way we do it. So you do not have to use your brains or spend time on process overheads. Disciplined agile toolkit will suggest you the right option or the right process or the right guidance so that you can do the right things when you are started with adoption. And similarly, disciplined agile has all the tools to help you scale your organization for business agility. We have a lot of webinars talking about transformation with disciplined agile toolkit, and on the sites also there are a lot of case studies where disciplined agile toolkit, like Barclays Bank is one, Franklin Templeton is another, where they have done the transformation with disciplined agile toolkit. So this is one of your good positioning of disciplined agile. I would like to show you what do I mean by a toolkit. Okay, please go through this video.
The best, most complete toolbox in the world won't be much use if you can't find the right tool for the job at hand. That's why most professional mechanics use those big rolling metal tool chests with multiple drawers and half a ton of capacity. They enable mechanics to find just the tool they need when they need it, without having to waste time. Disciplined Agile works the same way. Its process blades have been organized into 4 layers. The foundation layer provides the conceptual underpinnings of the Disciplined Agile toolkit. This includes the principles, promises, and guidelines of the Disciplined Agile mindset. Fundamental concepts from both Agile and Lean. Fundamental concepts from serial, traditional approaches, roles and team structures, and the fundamentals of choosing your way of working. The next layer up is the Disciplined DevOps layer, where DevOps is the streamlining of solution development and operations. Disciplined DevOps is an enterprise-class approach to DevOps. It includes disciplined agile delivery, security, data management, release management, support, and IT operations. As we move up, the next layer is the value stream layer. The value stream layer works to achieve business agility, the quick realization of business value predictably, sustainably, and with high quality. 3 are unique to the value stream layer: portfolio management, product management, and program management. It shares research and development, business operations, strategy, governance, marketing, continuous improvement, and sales with the next layer up, which is the Disciplined Agile Enterprise layer. The Disciplined Agile Enterprise layer focuses on the rest of the enterprise activities that support an organization's value streams. It includes enterprise architecture, people management, information technology, asset management, transformation, finance, vendor management, and legal. So, there you go. A Disciplined Agile toolbox, complete with drawers, or in this case, layers, to keep things organized. So you can find exactly what you need to address the challenges you face when you need it without having to waste time.
So disciplined agile, okay, is, like I said, 4 layers. It starts with adoption, and for organization to be agile, I think every team in the business needs to be agile. It can't be only IT is agile, but the rest of the organization and the way they do things are not agile. You can't deliver value to the customer effectively then. So, so disciplined agile, that's why they have different layers, okay, to cater to the entire organization. So these layers, okay, suggest that you must have heard legal and procurement and strategy and all. So every department or every function in the enterprise or in the business, disciplined agile gives you options for every function of the business, what how the legal team should work. So there are strategies for that. So this is how disciplined agile is, and it borrows, okay, a lot of things from the, because it's a toolkit, right? So it does the heavy lifting, and it borrows a lot of things from the available agile practices, and therefore they have multiple options. So that's what is this hybrid toolkit. And therefore when it borrows, what it does, it borrows from a lot of practices from the available 100 odd practices, and depending on the situation and the context, suggests the right option for you. So if I have to talk about disciplined agile, it's like, in a nutshell, uh, disciplined agile gives you the guidance to choose what you should do given a context for things. It helps you to continuously improve. Okay, because like I said, the Spotify example, you the things that you did now may not be relevant tomorrow, so you need to constantly evolve. And as a discipline, and that's why the name is discipline. Okay, you need to be disciplined to change the way you work or evolve the way you work after you have mastered it. Okay, and that's how you will be effective with time, right? And idea is that you can't get restricted to one method like a scrum or XP. You need to have different ways of working depending on the context. So disciplined agile provides you that. Okay, and disciplined agile as a toolkit will help you for adoption as well as transformation. Just a closing thought before I will open up for question and answer. Okay, there are a lot of chat questions, and I will take it up during the question answer. Uh, so, according, this is a quote I actually borrowed it from the net by a person, but I like that. Um, I also feel that way, that agile is a philosophy that cannot be just adopted. Okay, and to become agile, to being agile, you need to have the transformation. You can start it with the adoption. Okay, but if you really want to bring enterprise agility, okay, you need to bet on agile transformation, which is a long painful path, but with rich dividends as in life. So that takes me through a very snapshot of what is adoption, what is transformation. I'm sure, a classic is something which is incomplete. So I'm sure that there are lots to talk about this, but the idea was to seed a thought in your mind about what is adoption, what is transformation, and what we do and where we need to be. So I hope that it at least makes you think. That was my takeaway from this webinar. Okay, so before I okay, open up for question and answers, this is no, we have a LinkedIn group on disciplined agile where you have videos, we have reports, you have statistics, updates from different world. Although we call it disciplined agile certification group because that's one of our popular groups, but we talk about agility in general there. Okay, I will give you all. Okay, uh, sorry, I'm just giving you the link for this group. Okay, I'm just going to blow it up again. Uh, so I'm going to give you the link to this group. So anyone wants to join, this is much easier for that. Um, and this is our knowledge check. Okay, where you can assess for yourself whether you are eligible for DSSM. And this is something which we have done. PMI also has done it, but you can check it out. It's currently free, so you can check it out as well. This is a batch that we are having on Saturday on Disciplined Agile. So just this is a webinar calendar about if you wish to know about different webinars, and on agility we have, and PMP MS project. So we try to bring a lot of flavor on project management through this webinars. You can follow us on Facebook or LinkedIn for good updates on project management. Okay, certainly you can follow that. Okay, if you wish to follow and do project management as a profession, so that will be helpful for you. And here I am, okay, to do the questions and answers. So while I am reading the questions and answers, I want you to answer this thing while I go to question and answer. You can type your question and answers in the question and answer panel, or you can type in the chat as well. So I have some questions and answers, questions already there. Okay. This is another question. Adoption leads to, okay, let me answer this question. Come on, guys. It's only, I want, okay, all of you to answer. This will certainly help. And you will get your PDU claim code. I have, my team has given me the code. So that will help. Okay, I will have for 10 seconds more. Okay, it's only 60%. Kindly please do that. So that will help. Okay, 5 seconds more, guys. Superb. Okay. Great. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. Now your questions and answer. Nilesh has asked that in construction domain, what is the implementation percentage used in any global projects anywhere? So I think this question has been answered, and it's a very relevant question because construction typically is from a predictable arena, and where serial or waterfall methodology is used more prevent no more in more common way. So disciplined agile or agility as a principle has been not no, discipline is a very new kind of a toolkit. Okay, although it was there for 7 years, PMI acquired it, and that's why there is a buzz on that. But you may not use for doing the construction, but in the requirements and design, you can use agility principles, Nilesh, and that can actually probably okay no expedite and do the value sooner. Okay, so there are a lot of issues in the construction, the way they do the things, and they spend long times on planning. Maybe it's not required. So these are simple things like how to plan, how to report on metrics, and that's also part of the agility. So maybe you can go for a hybrid kind of thing. I do not have a personal use case on the construction domain, although I'm talking with one construction and unit is they are into facility management and construction, and we have proposed the things. Maybe in the next 3-4 months I will have a use case on that personally. Great. Okay, so the second is about for a PMP certified professional, the next step should be ACP or DSSM. I Now, since PMI has acquired disciplined agile, I think the reason they acquired because ACP was not working for them. Although they are not decommissioned ACP as such, I think they will phase out sooner than later. So I don't think PMI SAP will hold that much value from a certification point of view or even an employment point of view. So I would recommend strongly DSSM than SAP, although we do both the things, okay? But that's how it will be. Kunal is asking, can a Six Sigma process improvement methodology be part of disciplined agile? Yeah, every improvement. So I'm sure disciplined agile would have done the heavy lifting from Six Sigma to provide some options. Okay, so that that can be helpful depending on the context. So from a quality point of view, there are a lot of options. Okay, disciplined agile provides. Okay, let us see this. Sayantan Swar, is there any realistic recruiter preference for job opportunities in India IT field after doing PMP followed by DA? Okay, PMP definitely yes. Okay, DA, like I said, is a new certification, okay, pluses and minuses. Okay, you can imagine that PMI is using their network and strong relationship across the corporates. PMI has a global council with top 25 corporates, so they will certainly evangelize disciplined agile in the corporate. So I think the demand for disciplined agile would drastically increase. Okay, already there are top companies. If I had to name few, Deloitte, Infosys, okay, a lot of top big companies have started using disciplined agile and doing consulting for disciplined agile. So you can see, okay, the demand going increasing, and if you have that certification, the employment opportunity is also increasing. I am i am i am a proponent of that. So but I see the demand increasing. So okay. uh, so there was a question from Deepika, how to get PDUs for earlier session attended. If you are attended any of ProThought sessions, you get a mail, okay, after you attended the session for all the attendees, not the registrants, and you can actually use the claim code for that. So if you attended the webinar and you didn't get a mail, which is highly unlikely, you should check in the spam. You can write to us to info@prothoughts.co. Kandukuri Rao, yes, you can use DA in engineering consulting service anywhere because it gives options no, to all of you. No, so it gives options across the spectrum. Okay, so depending on the context you're choosing. So that the context can be very simple. Okay, how to do testing given the environment. So they will actually give the testing options to you. So that's how you will actually know, have options. With the option, they will say what are the pros and cons of each option. So you can choose that, right? How I can do design, how I can, okay, do validation of a particular thing, very small things, how I can do planning, how I can do reporting. So it can be used across uh, many things and many domains. So disciplined agile is domain agnostic in that sense. Hey, thanks, Stephen. Okay, thanks for attending the session. Yeah, Deepika, you're welcome. Sanka is asking, can a PMP certified person directly go to for DSM, or first he has to do DASM? A great question, Sanka. Uh, there is no prerequisite for a DSM or DSSM. DSM is the starting, okay, point of the journey of disciplined agile journey. So there is no experience required here. For DSSM, it is suggested that you have 2 years experience. There is no validation or check by PMI. Yeah, thanks, Kunal. Any other questions? Okay, what's the time? Okay, it's 8:53. Okay, so I can take a couple of more questions if there are any more questions. Yeah, superb. Okay, so if there are no more questions, we can disburse 5 minutes early. And okay, there is one more question. Okay, sorry. Oh, Prabhu, I missed this question. Does IT services in DevOps would replace ITL concept? No, ITL, no. So DevOps, no, DevOps, there is no standard definition for all these terms, okay? Universal definition like a PMBOK has done, etc. But DevOps is a streamlining of development and operations that can actually reduce waste, and therefore you can deliver value sooner, and that's what is agility. Okay, because the feedback cycles, if you reduce, that will be great. So generally what happens between development and operation, there is always too much to fro, back and fro, which is happens. So the streamlining of doing that is called DevOps. Okay, so DevOps is, I think, a slightly different concept. ITL gives you how to do the support thing. Okay, so DevOps has different strategies and options than ITIL. And I don't think anything will replace anyone. Okay, I think there are a lot of agile certification, agile things in the market. Okay, the idea is that how you can use it to your benefit. That's what is essential. Cool. Okay, I don't know whether I'm answering to the point, but I'm trying my best to do that. uh, So this is, if you have any questions regarding your PDUs or no any questions on this, or you even want to talk with me, no, you can always connect me on my LinkedIn. I will be happy to connect with you, and I'm that way active on LinkedIn. So I will be happy to connect with you, and if you have questions, we can talk offline, online there. Uh, this is a number if you want to have anything else to do. Okay, there is one more question, I guess. If you already have a PMP certification, then which certificate will be more beneficial in terms of professional growth? Susanta, no, it depends on what you want to do, right? Okay. No, it's like if you are a techie guy, maybe a tech certification will be great. If you are in the management and where you want to go, is no, that will help to suggest that what is good. Like a PGMP, a portfolio, a PGMP is to manage a program. So it depends. Okay, sometimes certification may not be necessary. Okay, depends on where you are, what you want to do, depends on that what is the certification, is that necessary or not. So although I am a proponent of certification, I have many certifications, there are many people who do not have certification. So but the point is, where are you, where you want to grow will help you to decide that. Okay, I thank you for your time, and I hope there was some takeaway for all of you. So have a good night or have a good day, and I see you in the next webinar. Thank you so much. Namaste, and take care and stay safe. Thank you so much, everyone.